Hello and welcome to another video on Inkscape. In today's video I want to show you how you can create this eye-catching family tree design, perfect for Cricut or print-on-demand goods. So to get started I'm just going to get rid of the page border so we've got a nice clean background to work on. Come up to Document Properties. I'm then going to come down to Show Page Border and I'm just going to untick it. We can get rid of that. I'm going to open up the Fill and Stroke dialog box with this button here. I'm also going to open up the Objects dialog box. If you come up to Object and then down to Objects, this just gives us a view of what's going on in our project, making it easier to arrange things later on. So the first thing I need to do is get a nice tree design. For this I've gone to Pixabay. I've just put tree at the top, changed it to vector graphics, and then down here I've got the design that I want to use. All you got to do is click on it and download it and just press free download. I've already done this on my computer, so I'm going to cancel that and I'm going to go over to File, Import, and I'm going to click on the tree file. I'm going to OK to all of those, and there we have our tree design. Zoom out a little bit. So I've put a link to this design in the description below. I've also put a link to the font that I'll be using. The font is Magnolia Script and I've downloaded it from 1001fonts.com. If you don't know how to install fonts for use in Inkscape, watch the video in the top right hand corner and I'll show you how. So the first thing I want to do is turn this design into a single path. At the moment it's a group. So if we come up, we're just going to click on Ungroup a few times to make sure it's completely ungrouped. Obviously a lot of elements making up the design, so it can be a little bit slow. So there we've got them all ungrouped. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up to Path and down to Union them all together to make one path. That took a little bit of time. Obviously my computer's not the quickest. So now we've converted our tree into a single path. We can add some text. So I'm going to come over and grab the text tool. I'm then going to come up and I'm just going to write in some names. Harry, Jane, I think I used Olivia, and I think Tim was the last name. So now we've got all of those. I'm just going to grab my selection tool. I'm going to select all of them. I'm going to open up the text dialog box, clicking at the top here. And I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to select Magnolia Script. Edges here. Gives us a nice design. So then I can apply that to my writing. So the next thing I need to do is size these and put them onto my design. So what I want to do is I'm just going to change the colour initially so we can see them. And then I'm going to just drag them over to roughly where we want them. Now we want these considerably bigger, so I'm going to hold down Shift and I'm just going to select the other names. And I hold on to the arrow in the corner and I'm just going to hold down Control to constrain the proportions, and I'm just going to drag it out to make it bigger. That might be too big, but I might get away with it. And we just align these how we want them. So I think they're nicely spaced. So now we've got our design looking how we want. We need to create a border around our letters. To do this, I'm just going to hold down Shift. I'm going to select all of our text. I'm then going to press Control D to duplicate it. I'm going to turn it yellow so we can see it. I'm then going to click on the lower selection until it drops behind our red writing. Now if we hold down Control, we should better click on the closed bracket and make our yellow writing bigger until we think it's big enough to make the writing clear on our design. So just to check whether it's going to be clear or not, we can actually group those since they're all together. And we drop it down till it sits behind all of the writing. I'm going to turn it to white so we can clearly see how the writing looks above, and then I'm going to hold down Shift and I'm going to select our original writing. Sorry, I'm going to deselect. Then I'm going to hold down Shift and select all of our original red writing. We can then turn that to black. Now if you stand back in your room, you can see whether or not your writing is clear. I say for me, I think this is nice and clear now. I've got a big enough border around the outside so you can easily read the words. You can see the nice tree design behind, so I'm happy with this. So the next thing I need to do is cut the white lettering away from the tree design, and then we can union on the black lettering, so we get this design all as a single path. So I'm going to go back to my objects dialog box, because in here we've got the group for the white lettering. So if we grab the white lettering, I'm going to ungroup it. So we come up here, click ungroup a few times. We can then go to path, union them all together. We can then hold down Shift, select our tree design. We can then come up to path, difference, and that will chop away the white design or the white lettering from our tree design. Next thing we want to do is union together all of the different elements. So if we first click off, we're going to click on our writing. So we select our Harry, Jane, Olivia and Tim. We can go to path, union them all together. We can then hold down Shift, select our tree design and go to path, union, and union the whole lot together. And that's our completed design. As I said before, it's a single path design, so it's suitable for Cricut, or you could use it for print-on-demand goods, whatever takes your fancy. Hope that's been helpful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.